everybody, it's James here from goodguitarist.com, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to play Mean by Taylor Swift. And this is actually one of my favorite songs to show students because it has a lot of techniques that you're going to find super useful down the road. It uses a movable shape that's the basis for all bar chords, but it's actually pretty easy to do. You know, sometimes a student can learn this song after just a month of playing guitar. And before we get started, I just want to mention if you need any extra help along the way, I do have a couple of free resources that basically go over all the techniques in this song. They're my free ebooks. I have one for rhythm guitar, shows you all the basic chords, all the fundamentals of chord switching, strumming, and I have one for lead guitar that shows you the shape that we're going to be moving around in this one, how to figure out the names of the notes and all that kind of stuff. So if you need any extra help, please check either of those out. Otherwise, we're going to get started off with the verse, and to play the verse we need a couple of shapes. The first shape, and we're going to be using this one for the whole song, is this one right here. This is a movable shape. Right now I'm playing the 4th fret of the A string. I'm putting my first finger there. Then on the next string, I play the 6th fret with my ring finger, and then finally I put my pinky just underneath it on the 6th fret of the D string. So this is what we have right now. And that's called a power chord, and it's used in a ton of different music, you know, like, you know, you're gonna find that chord shape all over the place, but we're gonna do it in a little bit of a different way. We're not just gonna pluck that chord, we're also gonna get those 2 strings, and those are both open. So we get, and now instead of playing, we would call this a C sharp power chord, we actually get C sharp minor. Then we take this shape and we go down 2 frets. So we just slide it down, making sure that our shape doesn't get shrunken down like that. We want to keep that space in between. That's a B chord, or a type of B chord. And then we go down 2 frets again. And you'll notice your first finger kind of has nowhere to go. Just lift it off. And that's an A sus 2 chord, which is like one of the first chords that I show people because it's just 2 fingers. And that's it for the verse. It's just one shape moved around the fretboard. So let's practice that a little bit. Starting off here, all you really want to do is keep track of where your first finger is. It's your first finger's job to trace the roots. So it's going from the 4th fret to the 2nd fret to 0. You know, it's just off. Just work on that a little bit, then add the rest of the shape. Then try to get all the strings. So you got to curl your fingers enough. So go through it in steps like that, and when you're ready, we're just going to strum them with downstrokes only, counting along to make sure we can get them in the right order and for the right number of times. Starting off on this one, the first finger on the 4th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. Careful not to get the thickest string or it'll sound kind of wonky. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You with your down, 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 and your words like weapons that you use against me. Cool, so before moving on, make sure you can do it just like that. And when you're ready, we can take a look at the strumming pattern, which goes like this. I'll do it really slowly. 3 and 4 and. And that is root, down, miss, up, down, up. To get it, we can divide it into 2 parts. First is root, down. And root just means to hit the lower strings. So I'm just aiming for the lower part of the chord. I don't want to get this string. And a good tip for that is with your first finger, if you put it a little bit higher than usual, it'll lightly touch that string. It'll mute it, making sure you never get it by accident. Anyways, we have that, root, down. And then the second half is miss, up, down, up. So I miss the strings on the way down, then I go up, down, up. Just try that a couple times. Miss, up, down, up, miss, up, down, up. Just get used to it, get a flow going. And then once you have both those halves, you assemble them. We get root, down, miss, up, down, up. So just take some time with that. Try it a whole bunch of times in a row over just the first chord or over just A sus2 if you get tired of holding down that chord shape. And when you're ready, we can put that together with our chord progression. So starting off here, first finger on the 4th fret. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and cool, so once you have that down, we can move on and learn the pre-chorus, which uses one new chord shape, the E major chord. And that's a pretty basic chord. If you need any extra help with that, check out my free ebook. I have a video that goes over just that chord shape, and then I have some videos where you can practice switching from that chord into other chords. Anyways, in the pre-chorus, we start off on B, and that's just the one where our first finger's at the 2nd fret. We play our strumming pattern twice. Then we go to E, and then we go to A sus2, and make sure you're doing it with these 2 fingers because we're going to slide back up into B. Makes it really easy to do that. We do our strumming pattern twice, and then we just strum the A sus2 chord on beat 1, and we let it ring out. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to play through the entire pre-chorus. You can always just watch this and then rewind it when you're ready to try it yourself, starting off on B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, next up is the chorus. We don't need any new chord shapes. We do need to pay attention to some rhythm stuff though. We start off playing our E chord. We just strum it once. Someday. Then we go to B. I'll be. And then here it's a little bit different. We go up to C sharp, so our first finger's on the 4th fret. We play down, down, up, down on our C sharp minor chord. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we quickly go to B and we just strum it on beat 4. 4. And then we strum our A sus2 chord once. So just that tricky bit right now. We're on C sharp. Down, down, up, down, down. So if you're having trouble with that, I recommend counting it out bit by bit. Starting off here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. You could even just do that over and over again. Down, down, up, down, down. And the other tricky part is at the very end of the chorus. We'll be on our E chord. We'll have just strummed it 2 times. And then we go all the way up to here. This is D5, so it's just like the first chord we started on, but 1 fret higher, using the exact same shape, 5th, 7th, 7th. And we strum this chord, root, down, and then we slide it up 2 frets, root, down. And then we would do our strumming pattern like usual, but here. So I'll just show you the very end of the chorus now. And that's probably the toughest part of this whole tune. The timing feels kind of off. You know, even if you're nailing it, it feels different. So it makes it kind of difficult. But if you just take it slowly, bit by bit, and just, you know, work out the strokes and count things out, it will work out. Anyways, I'm gonna play through the entire chorus now, just so you can get an idea of what's going on. And then you can just rewind it and try it with me. I'm gonna do it super duper slowly, starting off on E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta be so mean. All right, so at this point, we know how to play the verse, the pre-chorus, and the chorus. And we would do exactly that a couple times through. You play the verse, play the pre-chorus, play the chorus. Then you play the second verse, you play the second pre-chorus, and the second chorus. Now the second pre-chorus is a little bit different. It's not too different though. All we do is we just hang on to that A chord at the very end a little bit longer. So we go. And instead of just strumming A once and letting it ring out, we're actually gonna strum it 3 times and then we'll do that. So we go 2, 3, and then. So it's just because she has more words in the second pre-chorus, and in order to make them fit, they just hang on to that chord a bit longer. Otherwise, it's the same thing. Anyways, once we've done that, gone verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, we can play the bridge. And it's mostly just chords and a strumming pattern. There are some parts where you just strum the chord once and let it ring. And for that, we need to count it out loud. So let's take a look at the very last bit of the bridge where we have to do some of that counting. We'll be on a B chord. We'll do our strumming pattern a couple times. Then we go up to C sharp minor and we strum it and count to 4. 2, 3, 4, then 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then we strum the A chord 1 time. And then we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this stuff makes a lot more sense when you see it in context. So I'm gonna play the entire bridge, which is pretty simple. If you could play up until now, you're gonna be able to do this part no problem. I'm gonna play through the whole thing so you can see what's going on. Then you can always rewind it and try it yourself. Starting off on an A chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. chorus after that. Just really soft. So that's how you play Mean by Taylor Swift. Now, if you need help assembling the song, I recommend going straight to the source. Listen to the song a whole bunch. You can print off the lyrics, and with what you've learned in this video, plus that, you'll be able to put it together no problem. You know, it's just a matter of getting good at each of these sections and then just going from one to the next. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward and a great song for preparing you for things that you're gonna come across later. Like this shape is the basis of bar chords. All you do is add a couple fingers and you get the full bar chords. So, you know, really take your time with this one and experiment with it a bit, you know, have some fun with it. And if you need any extra help along the way, don't forget I have a bunch of resources. There's my free ebooks, which are free for all my subscribers for both rhythm and lead guitar. And there's also my premium course. Either way, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.